Good morning and welcome to our Lenten Daily Devotional brought to you by United Faith Community, United Church of Christ in Buffalo, Minnesota. This devotional is for Sunday, March the 8th. Reading first this morning from the Gospel of John, chapter 5, verses 1 through 9. After this there was a festival of the Jews, and Jesus went up to Jerusalem. Now in Jerusalem, by the sheep gate, there was a pool, called in Hebrew Beth Zatha, which has 5 porticos. In these lay many invalids, blind, lame, and paralyzed. One man who had been ill for 38 years. When Jesus saw him lying there and knew that he had been there a long time, he said to him, "Do you want to be made well?" The sick man answered him, "Sir, I have no one to put me into the pool when the water is stirred up, and while I am making my way, someone else steps down ahead of me." Jesus said to him, "Stand up, take your mat, and walk." At once the man was made well. He took up his mat and began to walk. And from the Hebrew Scriptures this morning, from the book of Isaiah, chapter 40, verse 31. "But those who wait for the Lord shall renew their strength. They shall mount up with wings like eagles. They shall run and not be weary. They shall walk and not be faint." And our poem this morning, graciously provided by Reverend Dr. Rachel Keefe, entitled Partial Paralysis. Desert surrounds me, sun, heat, sand, all unrelenting, unforgiving as far as I can see. Between what was and what will be, I remain, unable to take the next step. I came to this wilderness time with intent to seek you out in the emptiness, longing to hear the sound of you in the stillness. Yet here I stand, without moving, bound by shades of yesterday. A man on a mat for 38 years lay waiting for a miracle in waters stirred up. He could not move far enough, fast enough, to find wholeness before the waters quieted and he was left to wait again. How long have I lived like him, lying in brokenness? I remain unmoved, confined in fear, immobilized by doubts, while those with power walk all over me. You showed up and saw him there, restricted by his body, limited to his mat, unable to move beyond. You assumed nothing of him and asked if he wanted to be made well. He explained his predicament, but did not answer directly. You watch me limit myself, each day a repetition of routine, wanting wholeness and never quite getting there. You ask if I too want to be made well. My answer is no more direct. You healed him anyway, with a direction to walk. Did you see in him more than a body broken? What did his words hold out to you? If I were to take up this mat of mine, woven by others who would keep me still, where would I go? Did that man ever miss knowing the limits of his life? How did he bear sudden wholeness? I'm not sure I'm strong enough to walk away with you. The man was paralyzed, at least in part. Yet he heard your call to life quite clearly. Was there a hesitation between the word and reaction? New life surged through his being as he believed. He could take up his mat and walk toward all things possible. Most days, I wait for the miracle and long for the stillness of knowing I can make my way to the waters if I so choose. But I cannot quite believe your call is enough to set me free from all that binds. Forgive me. I want to be made well, to take those first trembling steps and bear the weight of my doubt here in the midst of my imperfect life, bound to a mat woven with so little justice. I wait in this shaded spot. Give me direction. I thank you for listening today. If you'd like to learn more about United Faith Community, please check out our website at ufcucc.org, and please visit us for Sunday morning worship Sunday morning at 10 a.m. in downtown Buffalo. Thank you for listening. We'll see you tomorrow.